Did you know that the United States once seriously planned to nuke the moon? It sounds like something straight out of a bizarre science fiction movie, but I promise you, it's a real part of history. So, why on earth would anyone want to do that? After World War II, the world was split into two camps, the United States and the Soviet Union. This kicked off a massive rivalry, a tense period of one-upmanship that played out in an ever-escalating nuclear arms race. But the competition wasn't just about weapons on Earth. It quickly launched into the final frontier, starting the space race. In 1957, the Soviets scored a huge victory by launching Sputnik 1, the world's very first artificial satellite. This little metal sphere, beeping its way around the globe, sent a shockwave of fear through America. The US government and military were terrified of falling behind. They worried the Soviets would establish dominance in space, maybe even build a military base on the moon. Feeling the pressure, American top brass decided they needed a massive, undeniable show of strength. A statement so bold, so loud, that the whole world would have to take notice. And that's how Project 119 was born, a top-secret U.S. Air Force plan with a very simple, very terrifying goal: nuke the moon. The idea was to launch a nuclear missile at the lunar surface. They weren't just trying to make a crater. They wanted to create a mushroom cloud so colossal that it would be visible to the naked eye from Earth. Imagine looking up at the moon and seeing a nuclear explosion. That was the intended message to the Soviets and the rest of the world, a cosmic display of American power. A team was assembled, including a young Carl Sagan, to study the potential effects of such a blast. They calculated everything from the size of the explosion to the potential fallout. The primary goal was purely psychological warfare. The U.S. wanted to demoralize the Soviets and prove that they could reach the moon first, and with overwhelming force. It was the ultimate power move in a global chess game where the stakes couldn't be higher. So, why isn't there a giant radioactive crater on the moon today? Thankfully, common sense prevailed. As the project developed, officials raised serious concerns. What if the missile missed the moon and came back to Earth? What about the radioactive contamination of the lunar surface, which scientists wanted to study? The risk of public backlash was also enormous. Ultimately, the project was quietly cancelled in 1959. Instead of blowing up the moon, America decided on a much more inspiring and constructive goal: landing a man on it. This new mission captured the public's imagination and led to the Apollo program, culminating in Neil Armstrong's historic first steps in 1969. Project 119 was declassified only in the year 2000, revealing a wild chapter in the history of the space race. If you found this story as wild as I did, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more incredible bits of hidden history.